Yes, Prabhu.
म्यूट वर टाका तुम्ही स्वतः. जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी 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 गोपीजन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी गोपीजन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी यशोदनन्दन भज जगज्जीवन यशोदनन्दन व्रज जगज्जीवन यशोदनन्दन भज जगज्जीवन यशोदनन्दन व्रज जगज्जीवन यमुनतीरावनचारि 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 राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी. जय हम सफल भजकाचार्य अभय चरणारविंद स्वामी शीला प्रभुपाद की जय. इस्कॉन ब्यूटी फाउंडर आचार्य शीला प्रभुपाद की जय. जय ओम विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिव्रजकाचार्य स्तोत्र श्री श्रीमद् भक्ति सिद्धांत सरस्वती ठाकुर प्रभुपाद की जय. अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय. नामाचार्य शिलादास ठाकुर की जय. प्रेम से कहो श्री कृष्ण आनंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद श्री श्री राधा कृष्ण गो गोविंद श्याम कुंड राधा कुंड की जय. गोवर्धन की गंगा मई यमुना माई की जय. भक्ति देवी तुलसी महाराज हरिनाम संकीर्तन की जय. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories, all glories, all glories to Guru. As Sri Gauranga, all glories to Srila Prabhupada. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 10, Chapter 8, verse number 45. Raya Sankhya Yogeshcha Sattvatai उपगीया उपगीयमान महात्म्यं हरिं सामन्यतात्मजम्. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace of Chaitanya Aravinda Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada. The glories of the Supreme Personality of Godhead are studied through the three Vedas, the Upanishads, and the literature of Sankhya Yoga and other Vaishnava literature. Yet Mother Yashoda considered the Supreme Person her ordinary child. Purport. As stated in Bhagavad Gita 15:15, by the Supreme Personality of Godhead Krishna, the purpose of studying the Vedas is to understand Him. Vedecha sarve aham eva vedya. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu explained to Sanatana Goswami that there are three purposes in the Vedas. One is to understand our relationship with Krishna, Sambandha. Another is to act according to that relationship, Abhideya. And the third is to reach the ultimate goal, Prayojana. The word Prayojana is necessities. And the ultimate necessity is explained by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Prema Pumarto Mahan. The greatest necessity of for a human achievement of love for the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Here we see that Mother Yashoda is on the highest necessity, for she is completely absorbed in love for Krishna. In the beginning, the Vedic purpose is pursued in three ways, Trayi, by Karma Kand, Jnana Kand, and Upasana Kand. When one reaches the complete perfect stage of Upasana Kand, one comes to worship Narayana or Lord Vishnu. When Parvati asked Lord Mahadev Lord Shiva, what is the best method of upasana or worship? Lord Shiva answered, Aradhananam sarvesham Vishnur Aradhanam param. Vishnupasana or Vishnu Aradhana. Worship of Lord Vishnu is the highest state of perfection realized by Devaki. But here, Mother Yashoda performs no upasana, for she has developed transcendental ecstatic love for Krishna. Therefore, her position is better than that of Devaki. In order to show this, Srila Vyasa illustrates first. We have Upanishad, etc. When a human being enters into the study of the Vedas to obtain Vidya, knowledge, he begins to take part in human civilization. Advances further in the Upanishads, gain Brahma Gyan, personal realization of truth. Then he advances still further Sankhya Yoga in order to understand the Supreme Controller who is indicated in Bhagavad Gita. Param Brahma Param Dhama Pavitram Paramam Bhavam Purusham Shashvatam. When we understand that Purusha is controller to be Paramatma, one is engaged in the method of yoga. Dhyanavastita Gatena Manasa Pashyanti Yam Yogina. But Mother Yashoda has surpassed all these stages. She has come to the platform of loving as a beloved child. And therefore, she is accepted to be on the stage of spiritual realization. The absolute truth is realized Brahmeti Paramami Paramatmeti Bhagwan iti Shabdate. But she is in such ecstasy that she does not care to understand what is Brahman, what is Paramatma, or what is Bhagavan. Bhagavan has personally descended to become her beloved child. Therefore, there is no comparison to Mother Yashoda's good fortune, as declared by Shri Krishna Mahaprabhu. Ramya Kasid Upasana Brajavadhu Vargena Ya Kalpita. The absolute truth, the Supreme Personality of God, God says in Bhagavad Gita 4:11. Ya yatha ma prapadyante tam tataiva bhajamyam mam vartamanu manushya partha sarvasha. As men surrender accordingly, everyone follows my path in all respects. O son of Pritham, one may be karmi, a jnani, a bhakta or prema bhakta. But the ultimate stage of realization is prema bhakti, as actually demonstrated by Mother Yashoda. ओम ज्ञानतिमिरस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपकदामह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं नमो ॐ विष्णुपदाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिनिति नामिने नमस्ते सारस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे जय श्री चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासदि गौर भक्तवृंद हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे राम 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 हरे हरे मुखम करोति वाचालं पङ्गुलं यत्किञ्चित् यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे श्रीगुरुदिनतारिणं वाञ्छाकल्पतरुश्च कृपासिन्धुश्च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः. Glories of the Supreme Personality of Godhead are studied three Vedas, the Upanishads, the literature of Sankhya Yoga, and other Vaishnava literature. Yet, Mother Yashoda considered the Supreme Person to be her ordinary child. So, Prabhupada is pointing out over here, even though everyone is mentioning that this is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, he's showing the universal form, so many things over here. Yes, but still, he, Yashoda Mai is ignoring all of that. Yes. Will she be appreciating the Lord that He is the controller of all controllers, supreme controller? He is the absolute truth. He is the personality for which all the people are pursuing. He is that personality which all the people are trying to catch. Yes, the whole material world is trying to understand what is this world. But Krishna knows it fully. Krishna is everything. Yes. So that's why this whole point is that we need to understand that why is he not doing all of these things? Because if you see the Bhagavatam, there are prayers There are so many personalities. But over here, the Vrindavan Vasis are so simple that even though after showing the Supreme Universal form, they are not getting bewildered. Yes, they are brought back to the stage of simple loving exchange with Krishna. Yes. That's why Prabhupada gives this purport where it explains that Sanatana Goswami mentions, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu mentions that in the whole of the Shastras. It is only Sambandha, Abhidhya and Prayojana. Yes, Sambandha, Abhidhya, Prayojana. That who we are, yes, who we are, what is the goal of life and what we should be doing. Yes. That's why when Prabhupada instilled Iskcon over there, whenever people used to ask him that, oh, what is the purpose of Hare Krishna chanting? He would give this Sambandha, Vidya and Prayojan. Yes, he will say that, chanting Hare Krishna will revive our relationship with Lord. We have forgotten someone. Then you will be with the Lord. Prayojana. And what is the Abhidya? We'll be chanting Hare Krishna. Yes. Even though, even though the devotees might not have understood, or we don't understand what is Sambandha Abhidya Prayojana, but Prabhupada has instilled it so very nicely in his purports, in his lectures, in everything, whatever he mentioned, that it is so complete. It's complete. It's not like, oh, we will see whatever is there in Vaikuntha, right? We don't know what the Mayavad conception looks like. We don't know what impersonalism actually is perfect. Then you become one. What does it mean? We don't know. But over here, Prabhupada is okay. Loving relationship with the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Yes. And that's why these three things are very important. Maharaj, over here, it's not. Yes. Rupa Goswami is the Abhideya Acharya. Yes. And we are Rupanugas. So, Sanatana Goswami Sambandha Acharya given us all the rules and regulations. What we have to do, what we don't have to do, when to get up, what to do, and how to do Janmashtami, how to do Janmashtami Vidhi, how to do all these festivals, when to do the fast, when not to do the fast, what to eat for the fast, what not to eat. Everything he's given. Yes, with Gopal Bhatta Goswami and Hari Bhakti Vilas, he's given everything. And that's why what to do also is given. So then what is the Abhidheya? Then we have Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu. Yes, we have all the moods. And that's why Maharaj is explaining that the Abhideya is actually the intent in which someone has practiced. That my relationship with God is the servant of the Lord. But that mood of a servant is given by Srila Rupa Goswami. And that's why Sampradaya is so important. Why? Because there are so many moods out there. And all the moods are correct. There is no problem. Yes, yes, my mother is my mother. But for my father, she is his wife. Or from my uncle, his sister, all these things, those relations come out. That person is one. So, what is it a problem to have all these relations? Somebody saying, no, 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 I want to be a child. No, no, everybody's okay in their own relationship. And that's why we have our own mood. Somebody else might have their own mood. So, our actions also. That's why the sampradaya is so important. Yes, we can hear one person and that person, and it does not work out. Yes. That's why Srila Prabhupada was so emphatic about reading his books, not to make himself the center of attention, yes, to make sure that we will get the right mood, we will get the right abhideya. And that's why that he spoke into his lectures and the followers of him is utmost important. Yes, yes. And that's why we have to be careful about all these things. The word prayojana means necessities, and the ultimate necessity is prema pumarto mahan. Yes, the greatest necessity is achievement for the Supreme Personality of Godhead. That is the prayojana. That love of Godhead, prema. Yes. And once we achieve prema, it goes back to someone. What is my relationship and how I will act in them. That is what it is to do. Here, Here we see that Mother Yashoda is on the highest stage of necessities because she is completely absorbed in love for Krishna. Yes, because she's already achieved that Prema Pumarto Mahan. Yes, and that's why she doesn't need to read the Upanishad, Sankhya Yoga, or any other literature. Why? Because she's already reached that point. And that's why Prabhupada is mentioning the sequence in which we go. This Karma Kanda, Jnana Kanda, and Upasana Kanda. In Karma Kanda, we are worshipping the gods. Why? For business transaction, we want this, we want that, then so many things which we want, so that we can be Jnana Kanda, trying to understand what is the absolute truth and come to the conception of Mayavad somehow and impersonalism, and then give up all the notions of material activities and trying to focus on what is actually spiritual. It is spiritual, but it is not transcendental. Why? Because it does not take you beyond information. That's why it is. And hence, even though it is Jnana, time and decades of tapasya and everything to control the mind and eventually control all the desires. Eventually they again take by a birth as even stones or trees. Yes. And then come to the part of Upasana Kanda. There sometimes also over here Prabhupada is mentioning that method of Upasana or worship. Lord Shiva answers, what is the best method? To worship Lord Vishnu. And then when one comes to that stage, Manushanam Sahasreshu, Jnanavan. So Bhagavad Gita mentions that it is very rare to find people who are worshipping Vishnu for Vishnu. Yes. And that's why it's so rare to find devotees. Because this material world is a prison house where people want to stay in the prison. And hence, it is always going to be a minority, especially in Kali Yuga. Why? Because people are not going to, people want to enjoy. And that's why but those special people who want to go back to Godhead, they have understood what Srila Prabhupada is trying to give. For them, the Vipassana would be only and only the personality of Godhead. Yes. Therefore, that's why that Vishnu Upasana is the highest state of perfection, as realized by Devaki. But here, Mother Yashoda performs no Upasana, for she has developed transcendental static love for Krishna. We know as Devaki and Vasudeva, they did so much tapasya. The Prabhupada is mentioning over here that therefore her position is better than that of Devaki. In order to show this, Srila enunciates this word Raya Upanishad. Yes, we'll see. Studying the three Vedas, Raya, Cha Upanishad, Cha. Okay. And the studying the Vedic knowledge by of the Upanishad. Yes, one comes to this platform, but Yashoda Mai has not come to that platform by doing that. That's why enunciating that even though she is not there, she has that love. Prema Pumarkam is already there. How is that possible? Yes. But it is possible because he is so great. Yes. He's already achieved. He is in internal potential of the Lord, but on the other hand, yes, the king, the Gopals of Vrindavan, they have done they have done so much piety, you know, with piety, bhakti piety. Yes. Bhakti Sukruti so much that they do not require any more to all these practices. They can be with the Lord because their mood, everything is correct. Yes, their center of attention are not themselves. It is in this material world, whether devotees get the time from pure devotees, or at least we're reaching the stage of Ruchi Asakti. It is still centrally we are the center. Just the radius matters, how big or how small. And that's why over here, Yashoda Mai and all the verses only focuses on Krishna. How to please Krishna, how to make Krishna happy. That's what Prabhupada gave us. Yes, that's what Prabhupada gave us. He did not give that, oh, Krishna is happy. Yes, he did say that obviously. So but he says that in Bhagavatam, that word is present, Haritoshanam, Some Siddhir Haritoshanam. The whole point of it is how to satisfy Krishna. Yes. Not because, yes, he is Hari, but not because something I lost away. Yes, it is simply the Krishna consciousness. It's simply good for Krishna. As we will see in the later chapters of the 10th canto, they are all simply loving Krishna. They are not seeing him as God at all. Even though they might bring out that point, but that is not an important point for them. Yes. It's simply to satisfy Krishna, not because he's God, not because he is the maintainer of me, not because if I stop serving him, everything is going to go in vain, then I'll become unhappy. No. They do not care about themselves at all. Asli savapagaratam pinistumam adarsanam marmatam karotu va yatha tata va vidadhatu lampatam mat prananathastu sevanam. There is no conditions. Unconditional love, unconditional. Yes. Who's that beautiful boy on the banks of the river Yamuna? Yes, who plays on the fifth note on his flute? Yes. Who is the son of Nanda Maharaj? Yes. That's why these specifications are given when you sing Jai Radha Madhav also, right? Specification is giving who are we glorifying? Jai Radha Madhav. Like he is the beloved of Srimati Radharani. He loves Srimati Radharani. He's the lover of Srimati Radharani. Jai Radha Madhav Kunja Bihari. What is he doing? He's not just the you know. The mentioning of Jai Radha Madhav Kunja Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari. Where is it mentioned that he is, the supreme absolute truth? Yes, obviously we can deduce from all of that because Srimati Radharani is the internal potency, she's not going to serve anybody else other than Krishna. But this Krishna is actually referring to only and only that personality. Yes. Whether God or not, it does not matter. We are worshipping that personality who is Gopi Jana Vallabha, yes, who's dear to the gopis, yes, who's Girivaradhari. He lifts the Govardhan hill. Hey, who's Yashodananda Gajajana Ranjana. Yes, he's traveling through the forest of Vrindavan. You know? Yamuna Tira Vanachari. Yes, in the pastures of Vrindavan, he's taking the cows and he's the benefactor of all the cows. Where in all of this, Bhaktivinoda Thakur is mentioning directly at least that life, we are serving him because he is the supreme absolute. But that understanding is by default, all we have at default. There is no need to focus on it anymore. Yes. And that's why it's amazing actually, isn't it? That's why Bhagavatam we listen and we, talk about Bhagavatam. Because when talking and when we are about when realizations come up, it actually so simple to actually just serve Krishna. Okay? We don't have to mention whether he is God or not God. Just what will make him happy, you know? What will make him happy? Like a mother looks at a child and he starts crying and then she knows what to do. Yes. She's always keeping him close. She's always loving him. She's not expecting anything in return. Even though the kid might do so many things wrong, she's not expecting anything in return. Yes. And actually that's a proper so close to a mother, but it is still not enough, you know. It is close but not enough. Yes, because serving Krishna is totally different. Still, why? Because it is transcendental. It has no attachment to this material world. And that's why gopis are attracted to this beautiful form. When he smiles on them, Yashoda Maya bewildered. Even though seeing the supreme form, the universal form, he is still bewildered. You know, he becomes smiles at first. He forgets. Oh, I have Krishna. Okay, let me take him. He needs something to eat now. He was something, but it's fine. Sure. Hey, what happened? You were a boy. What happened to you? Balram and everybody stopped. That what happened? What happened? That's why this is a nice realization. That's why I was wondering because somebody was mentioning that Jai Radha Madhav song is actually for elevated souls, not just common thing. And then I was like, what is the thing in this, right? What is the big deal? You know? But Prabhupada, so that this, I think Maharaj, somebody has mentioned, that Prabhupada is so kind that he's giving these esoteric truths and he's chanting these esoteric songs. And I was like, what is so esoteric about this? Because we already know that Krishna is the lover of the gopis and everything. So what is esoteric? No, it is esoteric. Why? Because it's like till now, it's like, oh, we have to please Krishna because he's God, he lifts up gold, and he's God, he kills these demons, he's God, he's like, he kills Kamsa, or he showed universal form to Arjuna, and all of these things, and he's Mukunda, he's the benefactor of the liberation. But now it's like, it is so esoteric. Actually, he's not mentioning anything else. He's mentioning that no, he is that common boy. He's not common, obviously, but if you just, from a very material perspective, if you're just going to mention that, I know this person, he lives on this street, and he goes every day for his morning walk, then he does this. In the day, he does coding, and at night, he sleeps. And I love that person, something like that. He was not mentioned over here, you know. That I have to serve because he's this because I have to read Upanishads and this and that and this and that. Then I will come to the platform and then I have to serve him and then worship him. No, Prabhupada is giving us this so directly. My God, Prabhupada is so compassionate, you know, so compassionate. It took so many years to understand this point. But it's good. It's like, so we discuss Bhagavatam, when we discuss Krishna Katha, these points become so evidently clear, you know. And it's amazing. It's amazing that we have got this, which for third year it's so simple. Prabhupada is giving the highest with how we can attain the highest, you know. Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari. Now I want to serve that personality who is like this, who is impressing on Yashoda Mai, who just smiles so beautifully, who is so beautiful. It does not matter who he is. I am just attracted to him. I'm attracted to his activities. And that's why he says, Janma Dokta Punarjanma Leti Mameti Sarjuna. Why? Because if we are in attached to this one lovable boy, yes, who smile, who has lock of hair on his face, who is like the moon also is not so beautiful as Krishna's face, and his fingernails are so beautiful that even thousands and millions of moons are also not that beautiful. And I want to be attracted to this boy. Nothing else. There is no need for anything else. There is no need for any explanation. And that's why, Srimad Bhagavatam is full of Krishna stories. Why? Because that's why for Paramahamsas. Yes. That's why Prabhupada, he every day, they used to, I heard that Prabhupada would read Krishna book. So intoxicated and engaged in Krishna. Yes. One woman, everybody's tired. He's also tired. But he's paying attention to each and every word of Krishna book. Yes. And he saw that no, everybody's actually, sleeping because they're so tired. And they are like, okay, let me go out. Yes. Let me go and actually let them take rest. But Prabhupada was not going to take rest. He was so engrossed in Krishna. He couldn't sleep. The excitement to just hear, the ecstasy just to hear about Krishna. It's so great that Prabhupada actually, that's why when he's chanting Jai Radha Madhava was in both hands that one time. Then he stops and his eyes are watering, you know. And then you are thinking that what is he thinking? Why? What is happening over there? And he's just thinking about Krishna, simple, that, how beautiful he is. We're just speculating. But then what would be his meditation, right? It would be about Krishna. That who is he? How is he? So nice, so caring, so we are so grateful to him. And that's why for this Janmashtami, it's a gift actually, to understand that it's not just God. We are not those kind of people who are just coming and taking darshan. Yes, we are in love with this boy. And that's why, because we are in love, we are trying, at least we are thinking that, one day we can awaken that love. And then we want to do it because we love him so much. Yes. We want to satisfy him because I want to make him my center of attention. Yes. My center of my whole world. There is no other reason. There is no other reason. Yes. Unconditional love. Yes. I would want to do it just so that he'll be happy. You know. But it's so we try, we pray. Yes, we pray on this beautiful occasion that we might get that mercy from the Acharyas, we might get that mercy from Srila Prabhupada, that whatever he is seeing, whatever how he is perceiving Krishna, we might get that vision, which is present in his book. And we won't get it also by the mercy of the Acharyas if we follow everything, whatever they are saying perfectly. Yes, so that we might, one day actually experience what they are experiencing. Very difficult, but by Bhagavan so that we will get it. There was one customer in, because I'm not going to give a class after this, I'm directly on Monday, right? So, in one past time, I think Eshwara Gaurav Prabhu was mentioning that, the gopis and Krishna actually, um, one day Krishna, actually, his gopas, they were giving whatever gold they used to bring. Krishna used to give how much ever was in Dan, give the full liter. The whole full bowl. Like if somebody brought a small one, then they used to fill that up. Then the gopis were walking by and they were like, what Mongol, see, look at my Krishna. He's so merciful, he's so dani. He's like, he's filling up that bowl with filling up the bowl with you know. And है क्या कोई, is anyone greater than Krishna? Then gopis are like, don't know what is greatness, you don't know what is compassion, you know what is compassion. You come to Barsani. Then they want to stand over there, like, they're calling us, let's see what they are doing, something different. What different will give you, other than what Krishna gives. Srimati Radharani, people are coming in, and then they're bringing those small, same size, like, small, big, whatever they had from their homes. And then Srimati Radharani used to take that bowl out of their hands, give them a bigger one, put all that. And, one more, and that's it. God is like looking at the bowl and saying, "Yama Prapatyanте," it's only what they deserve. But over here, not because everybody, whatever, if they don't desire also, so merciful. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu comes down with that mercy and gives to all. And Srila Prabhupada, we were thinking, Srila Prabhupada is so kind. So we might not have a bowl coming to our doorstep, and you take this feeling on them. Don't even have to approach Lord, you know. I just take you back home, back to Godhead, you know. And that is the power of Srila Prabhupada. Without our qualification, gives us this qualification to understand today. But never in none of the companies give that proof. How great Srila Prabhupada. There is no limit to his glories. Yes. Srila Prabhupada की श्री कृष्ण चंद्र भगवान की जय। निताई गौर प्रेमानंदे हरे हरे ग्रंथरा श्रीमद् भागवतम की। Thank you. Hare Krishna. Mother, you'll have to leave the thing here. Hare Krishna.